Atmospheric. 90,000 fans. A massive knockout final. There is a specific kind of pressure that only exists under the arch at Wembley Stadium. For manager Pep Guardiola, the answer to that pressure is total control. He has built a footballing machine that relies on highly predictable, deeply calculated passing systems to suffocate opponents. The immediate goal was the club's 8th FA Cup, a trophy City needed to maintain the momentum of their entire season. But a team built on rigid systems faces a unique risk in a do-or-die environment. If the opponent finds a way to disrupt the gears, the machine has no backup plan. Chelsea's interim manager, Callum McFarlane, arrived at Wembley with a plan to do exactly that. He didn't try to outplay City, he designed a way to stall them. This top-down view shows McFarlane's setup. For 70 minutes, Chelsea maintained a compact defensive block, choking off every forward passing lane. City's standard attack simply bounced off, cycling back to the midfield without creating a single clear opening. As the clock ticks toward the final 20 minutes, the score remains 0-0. The methodical approach isn't working, and City's historic season is suddenly at risk of stalling. When two tactical systems effectively cancel each other out, the playbook becomes useless. Victory has to come from an unpredictable anomaly. Before City could find that anomaly, their own tactical frustration nearly led to a total collapse. Early in the second half, Chelsea bypassed City's defense with a single long ball. Caicedo's massive header sent the ball screaming toward an empty net. City was saved by Rodri, who dropped back to the goal line, managing to hack the ball clear just as it reached the white paint. Replays show the margin was a matter of milliseconds. Had Rodri arrived a moment later, City would have been chasing a deficit they couldn't solve. But avoiding a loss isn't the same as securing a win. City was still trapped in a stalemate, with no clear path through a Chelsea defense that refused to move. The answer finally arrived in the 72nd minute. It began with what looked like another systematic City buildup. Erling Haaland did his part, driving into the right channel and drilling a low, hard cross toward the near post. Antoine Semenyo arrived at that post, meeting the cross while tightly marked by two defenders. Instead of trying to control the ball, Semenyo used a blind, instinctive backheel flick to redirect it. Chelsea's defenders were positioned perfectly to block a standard shot. They were beaten because it is impossible to account for an ankle change this sudden and unscripted. There is a clear irony in the breakthrough. The machine provided the opportunity, but it took a flash of raw, unscoutable human genius to actually score. With 10 minutes left, Chelsea threw everything forward, desperate to find an answer to Semenyo's goal. Their hopes finally ended when Enzo Fernandez looped a late, frustrated attempt just over the crossbar. Once they had the lead, City's defense reverted to their standard systemic control, keeping possession and freezing the game at 1-0. The final whistle confirmed it, City's 8th FA Cup and a completed domestic cup double. The win demonstrates the balance required at this level. Guardiola's system provided the discipline to hold the line, but it required a moment of individual spontaneity to win the game. For players like Bernardo Silva, the trophy is a significant emotional milestone, a successful farewell in a season of high stakes. But while the cup is secure, the broader battle for the season is far from over. Arsenal remains the primary obstacle in the Premier League, sitting at the top of the table with only a few weeks left. Today showed that City can survive when their primary tactics are neutralized. They have the resilience to adapt when the machine hits its limit. The question now is whether that resilience will be enough to catch Arsenal and secure a historic treble. Let me know what you think in the comments.